Hi, I'm Sheila L. Haidt, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. And it's quite a week. It's not volatile the way we've been experiencing, but it is very important as it moves us forward, whether we want to go or not, into our future. So we begin with Monday, the planet Venus, which rules many things, including relationships, women, money, health and healing, and balance and value, especially self-value, moves into its own sign, Libra. Venus rules two signs, Taurus and Libra. And when Venus moves into its own sign, it really heightens the idea that what we've got to do is live in a more balanced, more valuable way, not only with ourselves, but with others. So Venus in Libra makes us want to agree, compromise, and negotiate. These are all good things. The only thing we have to be careful of is giving in too soon just to keep the peace. Because if you give in just to keep the peace, it'll often cost you a lot more than you would have expected to pay. Also, today, something phenomenal happens, and it's not about a planet going into or out of a sign. It's about a planet going forward after it's gone backwards. We usually call that retrograde. This time it's Pluto. And when the outer planets go backward and forward, although we notice it and we pay attention to it here and there, when it stops moving either backwards or forwards, or is when the real powerful impact is felt. Well, Pluto, as of today, decided that it was going to stop going backwards, going retrograde, stop and prepare to move forward, which it's in the process of doing. So I'll read you what I've written, and this is important to keep in mind because we are in the age of Pluto. No matter what happens, no matter what's going on for the next few years, we're in this age. And Pluto is about transformation. It's about emotional courage. It's about value of self and others. And it is about change. It is about a change that cannot be avoided. So when Pluto goes direct, when it stations to go direct, remember, Pluto is a catalyst for a process of transformation from an old form to a new form, from an old way of being to a new way of being. Humanity is undergoing a powerful truth process. Uncomfortable truths are being uncovered or revealed, and we are being given the opportunity to see through our illusions as individuals and as a collective. This is really important. If we are honest with ourselves, we will be able to reclaim our power. If we are not honest with ourselves, we will wind up under the thumb of some tyrant, whether that be a family tyrant or that be a government tyrant, is up to you and your circumstances. We as a collective are headed in a direction that even astrologically tells us that if we stand up and if we deal with the truth as the truth, if we move forward from what we discover is true for us, that we will move beyond where we are now into something much better, much happier, much healthier, and much more suitable for the collective. So astrology is helping us. The alignment of the planets are helping us. Now we have to help ourselves. So on Tuesday, the planet Venus makes what's called a trine, a harmonious, beneficial aspect from itself, Venus, to Uranus and Pluto. We call that a grand trine. So it's a grand trine in the air signs, which means that collective thought and individual thought will be heightened with the brilliance that a grand trine brings. This is a good time to think about what you want and to talk it out, either yourself and yourself or with the others involved. And then Make plans, i.e., make a list, write it down, don't just keep it in your head, and then make plans to initiate whatever actions are necessary to achieve what you want. On Saturday, we've got Mercury, the planet of the intellect, how we gather and process information. Mercury and Mars are together. Mars is the planet of how we take action, how we get things done. Mercury and Mars are together, and they're trining not a planet, but a very important point, the North Node. The North Node is what we came here to do, how we came here to grow and to be ourselves. And when you have Mercury, how we think and plan, and Mars, how we take action based on what we thought and planned, together with the North Node, we're on track to do what we as souls came here to do. We do have to pay attention to the directions, Mercury, and we do have to watch how we move, how we operate, Mars. As we do this, the universe will step in and help us over the hump, the challenge of all that has stood before us all that has stood in the way of us doing what we needed to do before to get to where we deserve to be. How do we know we deserve to be there? In your heart, you're a pure person. It's your mind that has gotten off track. The way we get there is you have to remember the essence of who you are. There are no mistakes. At least God didn't make any. We've made plenty. But if you understand that the universe, that God, the divine, did not make a mistake in making you, and that you have to get back to the center of your heart, not of your ego, not of your fear, not of your doubt, but to the center of your heart, you will be directed in the right way, and you will be directing others by your example to follow in the right way. On Sunday, we also have Mercury, again, the planet of how we gather and process information. We have Mercury together, we call it conjunct together with the planet Mars, how we take action. So our plans and how we move are coming together again. How do we do this? How do we deal with this? Make great plans, take great solid steps. Don't just make plans and go, oh, well, I'll get around to it, because you're squandering a great opportunity. Make plans, make whatever phone calls need to be made, write whatever emails or texts need to be written, but get out there, send those texts and emails, and be a part of your process and progress. It's a great week for this. It's the beginning of a new era in many ways, and almost every week we are at the beginning of a new era. This is another empowering, impactful beginning of a new era. Be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, and be kind to others. I'll see you next week. And until then, bye.